As a pharmacist, I dispense and provide the prescription medications that doctors prescribe for general public. I also advise and educate people on the over-the-counter medications for all sorts of ailments. Some of the best products that cover most bases of colds, like headaches, runny noses, coughs, the sniffles, is the classic Codral cold and flu. They help relieve the symptoms. They don't actually fight the bacteria or the virus. That's up to your own immune system to do, but at least it helps you feel better throughout the day. There are some things that are marketed to help kill the bacteria, or some actually help kill the virus right at the start of the cold if you can catch it early enough. Things like this Difflam sore throat gargle. It's iodine, which is actually antibacterial, and you can gargle it and help kill the bacteria in your throat and in your sinus area before it takes hold. But in terms of prevention, the best is always boosting your own immune system. So using vitamin C's, probiotics, a good healthy balanced diet is always the best way to go. This cold season is particularly bad because we've been hiding away for the last 2 years and hiding from the influenza virus. So this time round, it's come back with a bit of a vengeance, and our immune systems are a little lower because we haven't been in that constant contact with it, just through day-to-day public transport or going into the office and everyone breathing the same aircon air. Previously, the common cold would last 5 days max. You would be over it by day 5. 6 and 7 would feel like nothing. This year, a lot of people have reported, yes, they feel really sick for the first 7 days fully, and then they get this lingering thing that lasts an extra 2 weeks after that, a lingering little niggly cough that seems to be hanging around. To help fight a cold off in 24 hours, I would recommend the Difflam sore throat gargle. That's the best bet to nip it in the bud as soon as possible. Betadine and Difflam sore throat gargles are exactly the same, except this is mint flavored. It tastes so much better than Betadine sore throat gargle, so I will always recommend this one. The pharmacist is recommending you a different brand, not because it acts differently in any way. It has to act exactly the same for us to recommend it. It simply costs you less because you don't have to pay for that marketing, for that advertising. So for instance, everybody knows Panadol because they market it as such. You know that label, you know that brand, you trust it. Paracetamol, exactly the same ingredient. Paracetamol 500, both listed on the box as exactly what it is. There's nothing else extra. But you pay $10 more for this box because of this branding. That's it. So if you ask me which one I would take, that one. If you get COVID, I would recommend you send someone into the pharmacy for you, and so that they and then have you on the phone, and so you can talk directly to the pharmacist and describe what symptoms you're experiencing, such as the sore throat, which I would recommend any lozenge that has an anesthetic component, so it helps numb and relieve that painful swallowing sensation. If your child gets this season's influenza, I would recommend some kid-friendly cold and flu syrup. Depending on the age of your child, a lot of these are only recommended for 6 years and up. For any kids younger than that, it would require a more different pronged approaches in terms of tackling specifically the runny nose or specifically the headache, fever. The most common misconception I get is that Panadol treats everything. Panadol only treats a headache or a fever. That's it. It doesn't do anything for a cough, and it doesn't do anything for a runny nose. A eucalyptus oil in water diffuser for its antibacterial properties. Particularly for young kids, like I said, there aren't many things that are available for younger than 6, or even infants, babies. Other home remedies that I also credit would be the classic hot water with honey and lemon to help with the sore throat. Absolutely.